Hey, my name is PolishLynx. Sorry about that, but well, guess the button for recording shows the settings as well. Anyway, Narcissu Sumire, but actually Akari's story first. Chapter 2, Temporary Home. Let's go. Wow, what a weird sound. As the sun set slowly, we continued to wander. There doesn't seem to be anyone. Finding someone who was sleeping was surprisingly difficult. I kind of expected it to be difficult, to be honest, here. On the other hand, you could just enter some houses, right? I guess that would make things easier. Or I don't know, schools? I'm sure some teenagers would be freaking asleep during lessons. Anyway, I thought you could find someone just by looking, but well, we're outside, I guess. I nodded at those words. Obviously, at night people sleep in their homes. Unless they were drunk or homeless, they wouldn't sleep outdoors. While it was already much better than midwinter, it was getting to the point where I'd be stuck in this form till tomorrow if we didn't find someone. Hey, do you have something in mind? I spoke to her for a while now. She just kept walking. Going along with her short answer, I kept walking. If anything, what were we going to do tonight? Go and stay with her somewhere? Are we going back to that building with the beds? She said 2 nights. That gave the impression that she changed where she stayed every night. She kind of has interesting choices here. She was pointing to a woman in front of a bus stop. She was standing up, but swaying. She was younger than the 2 women earlier, and pretty. Well, the previous one was also pretty. She seemed to be around 20, about the same age as myself. Really? I want to take possession of that person. As I thought about it, my heart rate sped up a little. I do not. Eh? Yeah, got it. The young woman yawned wide. While she was in a drowsy, fizzy state, she wasn't completely asleep. So what do we do? Saying that, she took a small bottle from her pocket and covered it with what looked like a towel. It kind of reminded me of what you see them do on TV, with chloroform or whatever it is. Hey, is this okay, doing something like that? Okay, am I the only one that actually is not okay with that? She declared this without hesitation. That would essentially mean that she was fine possessing not just sleeping people, but anyone who looked even a little sleepy. You could even say that she was just looking for someone in a secluded location. Her cute appearance made the highly calculating thinking all the more jarring. The girl approached the sleepy woman. As I wondered just what she was going to do, saying that, she left something at the woman's feet. It appeared to be a small accessory. Annoyed at having to be bent down, the woman reached toward the ground. It was then. The flash, the girl was pressing the towel over the stranger's face. And then, without any resistance, the woman collapsed. It all happened in the blink of an eye. Just how much practice did you need to be able to perform that trick? Even from where I was standing, it was hard to see what had just happened.
ほら、早く取り付きなさい。
Yeah. Somewhat overwhelmed, I did as she instructed. Since this was my third time possessing someone, I didn't feel as nervous as before. Just as I did earlier, I looked at the young woman collapse on the ground and willed myself forward strongly. Possess. I want to possess. Possess. And boom.
少しは慣れたみたいね。
And that a bit at her words. This newly possessed young woman's body somehow felt lighter than the man from before.
それでどう？お金持ってる？
You know, after using the chloroform, you could have checked by yourself. There was no actual need to possess someone to know that, but whatever. Wait a minute! I rifled through the woman's purse. There were cards in her wallet, of course, but also 50,000 yen in cash.
それだけあれば十分よ。ホテルを探しましょう。
And of course, I have no idea what the value of 50,000 yen would be. For me, basically. Ooh, holy crap! That's a lot of money. Hotel?
他にどこが？
No, that's true.
あなたは保護者ということになるから。覚えておいてよ。
It was true. She would have had a hard time finding a place to stay looking like a little girl. That was another reason she needed me. Well, yeah. Where is this? Why is it night? Looks like the office worker had taken possession of earlier had come to his senses. I had been working outside and should have been in the park. And looking at the office worker's confusion,
じゃ、行くわよ。
she quickly started walking off. You are not going to lie and send him off like last time?
数時間くらいなら問題にならないでしょ。
Well, I guess for him that might be a problem actually, because it looked like he worked on a really important project or something like that. Well, guess he might need to look for a new job. Sorry about that. Yeah, well, that's true. The sun had completely set as we entered a business hotel somewhere. I came to the front desk and started filling out the required forms. So according to the driver's license, this woman's, meaning my name, was Noguchi Emiri. After filling out the form, I looked at the girl beside me. I can put whatever name I want, I guess. We walked around the room. It was large enough for both of us to spend the night. Phew, I'm tired. Today had been a rush since morning. Now that I could look back on it calmly, I could see what a mind-boggling chain of events it had been. Come think of it, I had taken possession of 3 people. And while I couldn't explain any of what happened, here I was, in the body of a young woman. Let me add, attractive woman. Hey, do you always just do things like this, switching from one to the other?
条件に合わなければね。
For example?
そろそろよ。まずは最初の条件。
It happened just as she spoke. The sound of a cell phone. It came from my, well, that is this woman's purse. We both looked at each other. Unlike last time, she didn't warn me out loud, but her eyes were saying not to answer. So I suddenly turned the phone off. That's the first condition.
ええ。家族や知人が多い人は面倒よ。
Well, maybe it's actually the other way around, and that not people, but family and friends of that person are a bother. But well.
取り付く相手は世間とのしがらみが薄い人がいい。
I should watch out on myself. I really need to watch out. So far I don't remember like days passing without me noticing, so I guess I'm fine. But who knows what the future will bring. That certainly seemed true. People who were taken possession of could be said to have disappeared. For people who knew the person or family, it might even be a very big deal.
それより、さっさとシャワーでも浴びて、早く寝なさい。
It's not even 9 yet.
明日は早朝には出るからよ。
Why? There's no need to be in such a rush, right?
この人も長くは持たない。新しい人が必要よ。
You know, this immortality is a pain in the ass, to be honest. You have to switch from one person to another in really often. It's a pain in the ass.
下手したら、警察に捜索願いが出されてるわ。
She might have a point. Huh. But on the other hand, someone like that for working for the police. Holy crap! Can you imagine the possibilities for police then? They could literally catch anyone they wanted to. You just need to, well, you just need to know the location, wait for the person to go to sleep, and boom! God damn it. Okay, especially with someone like this young woman, there was a good chance that her disappearance would cause a big stir. Yeah.
わかったらさっさとシャワーでも浴びてきなさい。
Oh, you know, if he actually goes into the shower with that body, I don't think he will be able to go out really fast. Whew. Oh yeah, okay. I responded that way, but despite the situation, I was a bit excited. I mean, think about it. At the moment I was in the body of an attractive young woman the same age as myself. Well, actually saying just the attractive woman would be enough, right? At first I didn't have any qualms about it, but well, think about that. I headed to the small bathroom.
好きにしていいわよ。
Eh?
別に殺しても。
Okay, let's not go that far, okay? Please, no. She said it bluntly, with cold eyes. There wasn't any heat at all in her words.
でも、今日はやめてよね。もう眠いから。
With that final sentence, she quickly burrowed under the covers. Just who was she? The excitement I had felt just now completely chilled. To be honest, I became afraid. Not at my power so much as this girl's aura. Even though she seemed to be a young girl, I knew that wasn't true. The woman on the bed in that room was older. Yep. Rain continued, gently falling from the sky. In the midst of that, we checked out the hotel. Out of the hotel early in the morning, I kept moving, apparently wondering. This was because I needed to change bodies soon. With a night gone, it would be a disappearance in the eyes of the police, and there was a good chance they were looking for me.
誰もいないわね。
But I wonder what actually happens when, well, the true person that actually the body belongs to wakes up. What happens then? What happens to, well, us in this situation? I wanted to know that. Yeah, with this weather. Unlike yesterday, it was raining. Obviously, there weren't many people who would be sleeping outside. Okay, I'm pretty sure if it is raining, basically people are not moving around, but you might enter the store or something, well basically some kind of store, and the clerk might be asleep actually. Just my thinking here. Okay, there weren't many people out, even on benches or in places where people tended to wait. When I checked, it was past noon. Soon it was 3 p.m.
とりあえず、お腹空いたわ。
Want to go to a convenience store somewhere?
チーズバーガーとポテトがいい。
Got it. I'll go pick some up. Like yesterday, I searched around for a fast food place. Configured, she ate the same thing yesterday. By the way, what do we do? Go to a deserted place like yesterday?
あれは、人がいなくなるまで待つから嫌よ。
Then what do we do? On a rainy day like this, it would get dark early. We'd gone through a lot of trouble yesterday, but it was clear today was going to be even more difficult.
今日はこっちにしましょう。
Saying that, she turned towards the entrance of the subway. She then started down the long stairs. There is also the option of the subway. True, I'm pretty sure someone will be there sleeping. Well, if not around in the area, then in the subway itself. So yeah, probably because it was around when school let out, you could see students scattered through the station. Yeah, there definitely will be someone asleep. It was still early for rush hour, and there were a decent number of people. I see. I hadn't thought to look on trains. Here, there were definitely going to be people napping. Even now, there were a number on the seats.
狙いは車内じゃないわよ。
Even though there are tons of people napping?
ここではタイミングが難しいの。
It was true that there were a number of people sleeping, but there were always people around. It probably wasn't smart to act suspicious in front of this many eyes. Then what do we do?
人の少ない駅を見つけて、そこで降りるの。
Most likely she didn't mean empty stations or rarely used stations. I think she meant stations with relatively few people on the platform, regardless of the number of passengers, or else stations with a lot of blind spots. Well, that was obvious. About 30 minutes later, after several stations passed.
次で降りましょう。
The station platform had a scattering of people. Once they got onto the train, we just left. There wasn't anyone else around. It was clear that the number of people getting onto the train here was fewer than the number getting off. A good set of conditions.
ここで誰か来るのを待つわ。
Got it. I sat down on a random chair and waited for someone to come. By the way, have you decided who?
特には。大人であり、女性ならば誰でも。
I can understand an adult, but shouldn't we be avoiding women? Right now we're trying to find a substitute specifically because I'm possessing a woman.
今日は雨で日が暮れるのも早いわ。
And so?
おそらく、そう何人も取り付ける人は探せない。
So I choose a woman.
昨日も言ったでしょ。男と寝泊まりなんて嫌い。
Her cheeks puffed out just a bit when she said that. Putting aside her words for a moment, her appearance was exactly like a cute child. Boy, it sure is raining hard, huh? I forgot my umbrella, so I'm soaked to the skin. What the... Some guy spoke to me. He was in his late 20s, with a smart suit and an orange necktie. He seemed to be a high-performing professional, and he looked the same as the guy we knew and possessed before. Could be someone I knew. Of course, by I meant the woman whose form I currently possessed. Obviously, there was no way for me to tell the difference. The train looks like it's a bit late. Yeah, is that so? Since it's raining, if things go wrong, it could stop in the middle. The guy kept talking even more intimately. I racked my brain for a way to get out of the situation.
とりあえず、適当に話し合わせておきなさい。
What? In a whisper, the girl gave me instructions. It's true that if this were an acquaintance, being called would just raise suspicion. Right now, the thing to do was to make conversation and see how things turn out. If you like, want to go for a drink? I know a good place nearby. Drink, you say? Calm down. I'm not one of those creepy types, I promise. I mean, yeah. Yes, you are. Even though I look young, I'm a doctor and my family runs a private practice. And so, you think because of that someone would go with you on a drink? He's kidding me. I haven't been paying much attention to it, but right now I was a fairly pretty woman. Yeah, you've actually been paying attention to that. Looks like I don't know this person.
そうみたいね。
What's with this kid?
あんたこそ何？
Hey, don't talk to him, he's just a guy trying to pick me up.
ナンパ？
Hey kid, don't be rude. Saying that, the guy glared at her. When he did that?
この人にしましょう。気が変わったわ。
This guy? You mean take possession?
そうよ。すぐ眠らせるから、あなた取り付きなさい。
Oh. Wait, put him sleep? He's still awake. Hey, what are you talking about? The guy started to get a suspicious look on his face, but apparently paying that no heed, the girl approached him. Right now she didn't have drugs in her hand. Near as I could see, she was empty-handed. Then just what was she up to?
良い子はお眠の時間だよ。
She said those words to him. And then, with a sudden splashing sound, the guy collapsed to the ground. Even his breathing was gone, as if sleeping. I had no idea what happened.
眠ったわ。早くしなさい。
She gave me those directions flatly. Hey! What was that just now? It's like he just collapsed into sleep.
気にしないで。大したことじゃないわ。
No, but... If she'd used drugs like yesterday, it would still have made sense. But just now, all she done was say a few words. Why would someone fall asleep just from that? It was like a magic spell.
9時だからよ。
Yeah, it's true that that's the time, but...
いいから早く、この人に取り付きなさい。いつまでも今の狩宿は使えないわ。
But you know, in this weather, I kind of don't want to leave that woman asleep over here. Huh? That's right. As told, I gazed at the man collapsed on the floor. This was my 4th time, so I'd gotten used to it. First, my point of view changed. I saw the woman I had just been in possession of collapse to the ground in front of my eyes.
どうやらうまくいったみたいね。
Yeah. This new body apparently had struck his knee on the ground while collapsing. It hurt a bit.
あれ？ここは…
Oh, she eventually woke up, okay. And the woman they had been possessing just before finally came to her senses.
駅？あれ、どうして？
Haru, Miss Noguchi? Someone just looking for you earlier.
何？どこで？
On the other platform, see, by those stairs. While bothering to reply, the woman walked off unsteadily. It was all completely false, but more than enough to buy time for us to get away.
あなたも少しは学習したようね。
Because it's a bother. While answering, I took a wallet from the pocket of the suit and searched it. Sadly, there were only cards and just a few thousand yen in cash. Well, that's a kind of something.
くれる？
Sure. And I handed her the few thousand yen.
じゃああなた、死んでくれる？
What?
次の特急で。
I couldn't believe my ears. If I'd heard her, she told me to die for her. But even if my ears were defective, in the next instant I understood that I hadn't heard wrong. With a shove to my back, I fell from the platform. A sharp pain struck me as my hips struck a railroad tie. While bearing the pain, I looked up at the platform. She was looking down at me with a reckless smile. Hey, what kind of joke is this?
別に に冗談じゃないわ。死んでもらうの。
There wasn't any hesitation or emotion. In a calm, flat voice, she just announced it to me. Hey, wait, you're really going to kill me? Oh! There wasn't any reply. She just silently looked down at me from the platform. I had hurt my hip quite a bit and couldn't really move, but she didn't offer her hand to, or seem to want to help me. Eventually I could hear the experts running in the distance.
それじゃ。
Just like that, she tossed her head and went off somewhere. She didn't even turn around. Crack. It was a surprisingly high-pitched sound, I think. I say I think because it all happened in an instant I couldn't grasp it all. I don't think I felt any pain or heat. At the moment I had no idea what happened to my body, but apparently I died. That one thing my fading consciousness understood. Well, that guy really said bad things, and well, here come the results. Anyway, that girl is a killer. Anyway, let's end the episode, and in the next one, we are going with the next chapter, and we'll see how the story develops. Eye lasers it will be. So yeah, for now, hope you enjoyed it, and until next time, bye bye.